We are back with Club 3, Episode 1. If this is the first one that you've seen from me, I'm Doleboy, then make sure you scoot yourself up here and go and watch from the start, because we've had an eventful journey so far. We're currently about 3.5 years into the save, so make sure you go back and watch it. What we're going to go and have a look at is our newly tweaked intro. Welcome back. As I've already covered, Club 3, Episode 1, Untitled Leiria, they've hired your boy. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate and a squeaky chair. It's not going to squeak now, I asked for it. Ashley Stevens has left San Joanense to join Untitled Leiria. Again, if anyone's Portuguese and wants to correct me on any of this pronunciation, please do help, because I am butchering many words. Stevens arrives with a record. Record? I can't even pronounce English words. What chance have I got? With a record of 60 wins, 14 draws, 19 defeats in my career. I've also listed a league title. And my first game in charge will be against Tondela, which we covered. We covered it. It's in like 3 days' time. I'll face pressure to bring immediate success because we don't want to get relegated. We've got the weakest team in the league. We, again, covered that in our light dusting last episode. What are we going to do? We're going to go in. We're going to play our 4-3-3. We're going to see how well that fits with this team. We're going to keep them up. That's what I'm looking for. We've already jumped 2 divisions. Even if we get relegated, I think we'll still stay. Then we can get ourselves back up, if needs be. But I'm not feeling that. So we're going to stay in the division anyway. Fabio Pereira was considered to be favourite for the job. But it's unsure whether I was considered favourite for the club all along. I don't even know if that's a word. Please read it yourself. It makes more sense. San Joanense are now looking for a new manager. I won the first division manager of the year in 2022. I bring a blend of experience and proven credentials. Of course I do, because I'm brilliant. I prefer a 4-3-3, a DM wide formation. We all know it. We've all seen it. And as we said, Untitled Leiria currently occupy 17th place, although 1 point separates them from Vitória Setúbal, who lie just outside the drop zone. What we'll do is have a little butchers onto that next screen. We are 2.5 reputation team. It was founded in 1966. Fantastic year. We all love it. Our transfer budget here is a big fat 0. Status financially is also insecure. And wage budget is 15 grand. So it's a little bit weaker than what was offered by the previous team, because they were giving us like just over 21k. But that was just extortionate. So hopefully we've actually got means to be able to afford that. Nice little cool badge as well. I'm a big fan. Kits are on there. And the media have predicted a 17th, so we're only where it is expected from us. The Allianz Cup, we were knocked out. What the hell's the Allianz Cup? Don't question it. We have previously won the Liga Portugal 2, basically second tier in 98. Portuguese second division in 81, second division, and then I think these are going to be various lower league. Yeah, there's nothing major. The most recent one was the Portuguese Lira second division 2013. Team-wise, we have Ferreira in goal, Rodriguez, Martinez, Rue, Bertrand, Santos, Vitinho, Vasco Lopez, Yuck, Boubacar, and Leandro. We currently have 2 obligations for transfers, which is Nilson Ricardo, who is joining us on a free transfer, who I have no information on, which is helpful, but he looks alright. That's probably as far as I'd stretch. And also Fabio Pitbull is joining us from Chapecoense. I am a big fan. He could be utterly terrible, but the name, brilliant. Loan obligations, we also have a few others, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go past this, because we already know this. Covered it. Do you know what? We covered it in the end of last episode. Let's do it now. So they look at us for developing players using the youth system, play a solid defensive football, direct football, and playing counter-attack. So none of these are essential. They're only favoured by the board, but I think we can do that. They are requiring me to work within the wage budget. And at the end of next season is when that contract I've just signed expires. So we're giving us 2 years, which should be more than enough. And they are requiring me to avoid relegation. So we've got half a season to sort that out. Looking at the team with our formation, we have pretty strong players almost everywhere. The only issue is we're quite weak when it comes to midfielders. Holding mid, we've got Vitinho is probably your best one, but he needs to be playing further up because he's so much stronger there. And box to box alongside him, there isn't really too much again. There's Freitas, who is a right back, and then there's Vasco Lopez, who is a right winger. So we are really in need of looking at some centre mids. We have Diogo Santos, who is old. I say he's old, he's a month older than me, but that's sad. And Manuel Mendonca, who's 19. So he could be worth bringing into the team if he's got quite a bit of potential. And on the subject of that, we'll have a little butchers at the youth players that we've got at the club. The best one they're looking at is Sinvaldo, who's an attacking mid. He looks pretty strong, you know. We'll pop him up to the first team, but we'll also knock him so he can be available. Oh, where has he gone? For the under-19s for 90 minutes. So he's there, but he's still pottering about. We don't appear to have a youth team. We just have an under-19s, which isn't brilliant. Dimitrio Landim could be another centre mid for us. He wants to be a playmaker. Can he be a deep line playmaker back here? He's not far off that first team quality already. More due to the fact of first team quality isn't strong enough. But I'll have a look at talking to the board, seeing if maybe we can squeeze one, a B team in. Finances, because it said they were insecure. What are they sat on at the moment? They are just as bad as San Joanense. However, we're currently sat on a 23,000 seat stadium. And if we go into our previous games, they're bringing in 200 people more. It's not great. Is this an away game? Okay, a home game. Oh, God, that's not helped. That's not helped at all. Home games in the league is sitting at about 12, 1,300, maybe 2K. But we've got probably 10 times that we can work with. So hopefully we get the team back on firing, scoring, sees some more bums on seats. Boubacar Hane has said that he has no interest in signing for us, which is utterly terrible. I might look at selling him if I can. He's only 35k, but if we can get some money for him, then that's brilliant. It doesn't look like we've got the wages to be able to even offer him a contract renewal if he wanted it. So I think I'm just going to offer him out, cut our losses, take a little bit of money. We're nearly in December already. What's this 35k? Is that just what his value is because they've set it at some point? It was transfer listed. So I'm just going to offer him out on an unspecified value and just see if we get anything back there. Let me just do that now. And as I say, we'll squeeze into the first game. We'll probably only play that one. We've got a few more, but I'll sort these out because it's quite a lot of youngsters. Oh, here's that Allianz Cup. Oh, it appears to be a cup between the top two leagues in Portugal. I did not know that was a thing. I suppose that's like their version of the League Cup, maybe. So we are in that, or at least we were for 90 minutes. Maybe even 180, 120 if we've got to penalties. How exciting. Before we jump into the game against Tondela, I did say that we were going to run and have a little look at what the team have been up to. So, as recently as 2011, União de Leiria were actually in the top tier. They then dropped 3 divisions by the looks of that. I'm assuming some sort of financial issues. They then scooted about in the 4th tier for a while, found themselves promoted into the 3rd tier in 2020-2021, which I believe is the one for the start of the game. They had 3 seasons, and then most recently they found themselves in the 2nd tier. We do currently have, I have had a slight change in captains. I dropped out that fella that wanted to leave. He was the vice captain. I've brought in Frederic Bertrand, who is a left back that we've got on loan from Nancy, but he looks very good. So let's give it to him. His leadership's 15, best in the club. He's a child. It's very frustrating. And Sinvaldo, who we mentioned earlier, is a hot prospect, so we're going to try and get him involved in some games if we can. Fabio Ferreira is our best player, and also our goalkeeper. I don't know if that's good or bad, I've got to be honest. He's only 5'11", but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. He's not tiny. He's not the height that I'd like a goalkeeper to be, but he's not a tiny man, so it's fine. Team-wise, it's not even game time. I'll be with you in a second with the lineup. Our lineup that I did have planned should read as such. But I'm going to move Vitinho to be our playmaker further up because I know he's better at the central mid role, but all of my holding mids need to be like an anchor or a halfback or something to that effect. I know because we're one of the weaker teams, I am going to go just basically almost like a back 3 with the halfback pushing on, so we've almost got 3 centre backs. Basically playing 5 at the back, but not. We'll go with that. We have Vitinho and Lopez as our playmakers in the middle with Ryu sitting just behind them. Is there anyone that can play this instead of him? No, you're happy to do so. Beautiful. We, for some reason, have Berau playing Ooh. I'm conflicted. Luis Gomez is a young one. We'll scoot him in instead. I'd rather play a youngster than an old man if they're just as good as each other. Team, bottom to top. Let's just do it that way, like a normal order rather than starting them. Wow. Bear me a second. You need to see the state of this. Right, I'm going to put this guy in goal. I'm definitely not going to play him. His average rating is 4.4. How is that possible? What the hell did he do? He's played one game and conceded 3. That'll probably do it. Let's just get him out of the team and pretend that he doesn't exist. Let's actually start doing the team. Fabio Ferreira in goal. Rodriguez, Martins, Gomez, Bertrand, back 4. Ryu just in front of the centre-backs, with Vasco Lopez and Vitinho as our centre mids. We know that Vasco Lopez is a winger, but we're playing him in the middle, apparently. We have Yuk on the right, Boubacar currently on the left, but I'm going to swap that around, and Antunes as the forward, but I'm going to drop Boubacar out wide and put Gregorio up top, mainly because I'm looking to sell Han. He's currently got a bid of 36k, but I'm seeing if I can scoot that up a bit, but if not, we'll just get rid of him, bring some money into the club. Let's go and play Tondela for our first game in our first episode and get our first win on the board. We are lining up with pretty atrocious form and the formation that you've just seen, a bench of people that we don't know yet. We are playing Tondela, who I've mentioned 15 times. Their form is horrendous and their formation is very negative. So hopefully we can scoot some points off them. But they are currently 9 positions ahead of ourselves and 9 points also. Our goal difference is -9. I think my ambition for the end of the season is hopefully see that as a positive. Not that we've got -9. I want to see that we've got a positive goal difference. We'll see. I don't think it's realistic, but that's kind of what I want to go for. If we can see that as a positive goal difference at the end of the year, or even just a 0, then we should see ourselves safe, I believe. But Gomez has the ball at centre-back. Vasco Lopez. Gonçalo puts it towards Yuk. Oh, and it's a decent save from the goalkeeper. Sees us with a corner on the right-hand side. That will be put in by Yuk. I need to change my corner takers and tactics, etc. It's put in towards the near post, and Gomez's header just scoots and shuffles itself wide. The ball just kind of appeared in mid-air, and our centre-backs headed it out. Yuk's making a good run again from that right side, and he's found from the central midfielder. Plays it back to the edge of the area, and our player's shot just hits the post. Goal kick for Kevin? Their goalkeeper. Gomez won the header again, but it got intercepted by Adriano. There's one of their players on the ball. I ain't even going to bother to say his name. Speranga, I can go with that one. It's definitely spelled wrong, but I can at least can start. Oh, Adriano's through. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what's the goalkeeper done there, then? The ball rolled very delicately across the line. All of our players stood there and watched it, and then for some reason, at the point when it crossed the line, the goalkeeper just does a random dive. If you missed it, you need to watch it. Just keep your eyes on the goalkeeper as well. So he doesn't make that, and then, dive. So close. Unfortunately, we're going in at half-time by the looks of this, 1-0 down. They've had one shot. It needed to hit both posts to go in, and we are definitely having the better of the game, but as usually happens when you're at the bottom of the table, the rub of the green doesn't go your way, so we just need to kind of start scooting that back. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a bump in this second half. I am going to push us to positive, because we're playing really well. I'll demand some more from the team. Hopefully we'll see some green faces from it, which we have. Beautiful. And a throw-in on the right-hand side for Tondela. We have just passed the hour mark, so we're going to look at making a substitution very shortly. The ball is scooted forward towards their, I think that was their forward, I'm not 100% sure. Vasco Lopez back to Yuk. He has got a man outside on the right, which is quite a poor pass out to him. Vitinho, back to Rio. Brilliant ball out to the right back. Rodriguez, good ball in. Leandro, Gonçalo, it's in. The ref seems to be minding his own business. It appears to be 1-1. Are we going to make a substitution? The goalkeeper's just kicked it at our player from point-blank range, which is nice of him. Brilliant ball out here from Rio, considering I took him off being a playmaker. Fantastic ball. Rodriguez's ball was just a little bit too high, but Leandro nods it back and Gonçalo heads it in. Happy. We are going to make a sub, because we've been quite comfortable. We'll have a little look if there's any information that we need to do there. We've made 2 subs. We bring in on Boubacar Hane for possibly his last game for us, definitely on camera, for Leandro Antunes. And we've brought in Mendonça. not sure, for Vasco Lopez, and we've swapped the 2 centre mids over. So we do still have that third sub, but as usual, we'll save it for later in the game and inevitably forget it. We have a corner on the right. Yuk puts it towards the near post, and it's suspiciously well handled from the goalkeeper. He might have a little bit of tar on his gloves. He's launched that forward towards his striker, but our defender nods it away. Yuk has the ball once more, back to Mendonca. Yuk, he looked like his fullback was going to make a run and then immediately stopped. Gomez, over to Ryu, into Vitinho, Mendonca, little cheeky pass to Gonçalo, Vitinho, good ball into Yuk. And it's a good save from the goalie. Another corner for us on the left-hand side. It looks like Yuk's heading over there to take this one as well. Is he going to put this to the near post? He has. Gomez. It looks like that has been... it's the new patch. It's supposed to be making near post headers less effective from corners. But looking at the stats, we're doing pretty well. We deserve the win from this looking at it. It would be very unfortunate for them to score from this highlight. But we all know Football Manager, so it's most likely going to happen. João Teixeira has the ball on the left. He's turned the defender with ease. Matos, Teixeira, and there it is! We are now 2-1 down, and I believe that's their second shot of the game. I'm not sure what happened between the goalkeeper and our defenders, but I'm annoyed at the result, because I don't think anything's going to change now. I'm going to drop us down to balanced. I'm annoyed at the result, but I'm not annoyed at the performance. Yuk puts a ball in. Oh, and the back post and the head is just wide. We've played well. There's a team better than ourselves. Games like this aren't when we get relegated. It's games when we're playing against the next team, funnily enough, who are directly above us in the league. If we don't beat teams like that, that's the point when we need to be concerned. But performance-wise, I'm happy with what I've seen. We'll go in to the fixtures now, and we'll see where we'll come back next episode. With the games against Casa Pia, who are the team that were just ahead of us in the league, but that's in the 5th round of the Cup. And we'll team that with Rio Ave, is a team that we've already played once this year. We played them with San Joanense, and we actually managed to get a win. But we will be back for these 2 games next episode, and I hope you'll be there to watch them. There's a few items on screen now which you can watch if you want to carry on seeing my face. Thank you very much for your time.